day. I am Anna from DSSW, and now I will speak about the social media role in shaping Philippine political opinions. Social media has been part of our life since we entered the digital age or the technology age, and also social media has been the very component of Philippines politics, whether to make the persons known, share information, and to give false information, or also called fake news. A very rampant issue into this event, the Philippines has been dubbed as social media capital of the world, meaning we Filipinos used to focus to social media rather than other things. And by these platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and many more plays a crucial and major role on how Filipinos consume, adapt, and accept the news and form of political opinions. Based on the data retrieved on Electronics Hub website, Filipinos spend nearly 9 hours and more than half their awake looking at screens. For comparison, the global average screen time is 6 hours and 43 minutes. And to make use of this kind of information, politicians use social media as a one-way of political campaign in today's generation. Politicians use this platform for branding, outreach, and voter engagement. Viral videos, live streams, memes, and commentaries influence how people see candidates. And in example, the 2022 elections, where the use of social media is very rampant, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok are some of the social media used in this time of election. Another problem that arose during the 2022 elections, false information is easy to spread online and distort historical facts. Troll farms, both accounts, and paid propaganda are used to manipulate the information and discredit the critics, and by this, we don't truly know where is the factual truth and the false information, unless you double-check that information. The rise of digital activism and political mobilization in the 2022, like hashtag Never Again, hashtag LabanLine 2022, and hashtag Mass Testing Now, is the peak trend during the 2022 elections, and it leads to what we can call cancel culture, hate speech, or even cyberbullying during the time. The Philippines is somewhat like an online war where someone will say that respect mine and I'll respect yours. Scenario where you defend what is right to your family, but they just say that follow us because we are your parents or elders, something like that. Social media truly empowers citizens and democratizes political discourse. Its unchecked influence can also undermine informed decision-making and the values of choosing right leaders to lead in the nation's province, city, municipality, and even in the barangay. Digital literacy is truly important in today's generation. It needs to be regulated, and it needs to drive to each municipality and even in the barangay. This kind of info drive will let the people decide what to choose and who to choose to be their next leader. Social media truly shape our political aspect in ensuring and knowing running for a possession leader. And we as citizens, we have the power to choose who is capable, well-educated, and well-mannered leader that ready to listen to their people. Not just a leader that is present where there is a storm, issues, and election time, but always present. And finish this up, I want to quote what FBP Leni Robredo said, "The number one ingredient of leadership aside from character is you show up in the most difficult times. When you don't show up in the most difficult times, you are not a leader."